All right, let's dive right in. The drone market, it's pretty crowded, right? But there's this new startup, Hoverlink, and they're making a pretty huge bet. They think they can stand out by mastering not one, but four different areas of aerial tech all at once. So today, we're going to look at their super ambitious plan. They don't just want to build the next cool drone, they're trying to build the entire future of flight. And really, this is the big question in aviation these days. I mean, we've seen drones get incredibly good at specific jobs, right? But what's next? Well, the next big leap is creating a whole ecosystem where all this tech works together. And Hoverlink's answer? It's not just another new drone. Nope, they're talking about building a whole new foundation from the ground up.
Okay, so Section 1, meet Hoverlink. Let's get right into their mission. Who is this company, and what's the big idea that's driving everything they do?
So, Hoverlink is basically the new kid on the block, but their goal is, well, it's massive. See, most companies pick one thing, one niche, and they stick to it. Not these guys. They're trying to build this incredibly versatile platform with all sorts of different drone technologies because they believe the real magic, the real innovation happens when you get them all to work together. And this quote, this really gets to the heart of their whole strategy. For Hoverlink, the drones themselves, they're just the first piece of the puzzle. The real goal is to create this big, interconnected system. It's like they're building the foundation that everyone else can build on top of for years to come. All right, Section 2, inside the drone hangar. So you have this big, ambitious mission, right? But how does that actually turn into, real drones? Let's peek inside their virtual hangar and check out the four key types of drones that are basically the pillars of their whole strategy. Okay, so Hoverlink's whole approach boils down to mastering four totally different areas. You've got your super fast FPV drones for that immersive, you are the pilot feel. Then there are these tiny micro drones for getting into tight spots. You've also got hybrid VTOLs for pure efficiency, and finally, specialized surveillance drones that are all about collecting data. Each one is a tool for a different job, but when you put them all together, you get a complete aerial toolkit. Let's kick things off with the FPVs. First on the list, they're FPV drones. And what's cool is they're not just making one type. They're developing everything from those long-range drones you see capturing epic, movie-like footage to those zippy little short-range racers. By doing both, they're basically becoming experts across the entire spectrum of high-speed, immersive flight. And that variety, that's absolutely crucial for their bigger platform strategy. And further FPVs, they give pilots a really important choice. You can go with an analog system, which gives you almost zero delay in the video feed. That's what the pro racers want, because, every millisecond counts. Or you can go digital for a stunning, crystal clear HD signal, which is perfect for getting those beautiful cinematic shots. It really is that classic trade-off. Do you want pure speed, or do you want a perfect picture? Okay, next up, we have the micro drones. And here, the engineering challenge is just incredible. It's all about packing as much power and capability as you can into the absolute smallest package possible. And let's be clear, these are not toys. We're talking about really sophisticated tools built for amazing agility and getting into places you never thought a drone could go. And because they're so tiny, they open up a whole world of new possibilities. I mean, just think about it. You could inspect the inside of a jet engine without taking it apart. Or imagine a search and rescue drone that can zip through a collapsed building. They're literally designed to go into places that are way too dangerous or just plain impossible for people or bigger drones. Now, Hoverlink's third category. This one might be their most ambitious, yes. We're talking about VTOLs. That's vertical takeoff and landing. And trust me, in the drone world, a lot of people see this technology as kind of the holy grail of efficiency. So here's the game changer. VTOLs give you the best of both worlds. They have the flexibility of a helicopter, right? They can take off and land from literally anywhere, but then they have the efficiency of a plane. They lift off straight up and then switch to flying forward like a normal airplane. This massively boosts their range and how long they can stay in the air, making them perfect for stuff like mapping huge areas of land or even long-distance deliveries. And last but not least, we have Hoverlink's surveillance drones. Now with these, it's less about how fast or acrobatic they can fly, it's all about the data they can collect. Think of them less as drones and more as flying platforms for super advanced sensors. They're built to be incredibly stable and to stamp in the air for a long time, all for one single goal: precision monitoring. Yeah, the real value here is in the information itself. So imagine a farmer using a special camera on one of these to see exactly which parts of a field need more water, or a company using thermal imaging to spot a tiny fault in a massive solar farm.
These drones are built to give you what's called actionable intelligence. They turn all that raw data from the sky into insights you can actually use to make decisions. Okay, section 3, building the future today. So we've seen these 4 very different types of drones. But how does this all add up to something more than just a list of products? This is the really interesting part, where we tie all this cool hardware back to Hoverlink's huge mission. And this is where Hoverlink's strategy really clicks into place. You have to stop seeing these drones as 4 separate things, and instead see them as interconnected building blocks, kind of like Legos. By mastering high speed with their FPVs, tight spaces with their microdrones, long endurance with the VTOLs, and amazing data with the surveillance drones, they're building this super versatile foundation that could be the base for all sorts of future aerial tech. And that brings us right back to where we started, right back to their mission. By becoming experts in all these critical areas, Hoverlink is making a really bold statement. They're saying, hey, we're not just another company making drones. They're positioning themselves to be the actual architects of what our future in the skies is going to look like. So this leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? If a company like Hoverlink actually pulls this off, if they build not just drones, but a true foundation for aerial technology, what are we going to build on top of it? The future of flight might not be about one single amazing vehicle. It might just be about the completely interconnected sky that they're working to create right now.